In the first 14 episodes of the series 1, we have proven that the true God of the Gita is the three-eyed Shiva Shankar through the Gita verses and the Quran and the Bible. In the current episode, we present the first jap from the Shri Guru Granth Sahib, the Sikh scripture, which proves that the Sikh scripture too mentions Swayambhu Shiva Shankar being the God. We introduced these color codes in Series 1 in a logical fashion. We request the viewers to make note of these color codes while going through the notes mentioned on the screen that are coded with these color codes. The first chant in the Shri Guru Granth Sahib, the Sikh religious scripture, is this. Each and every word of this first chant, the jap, has its origin from Sanskrit language. Let's see the meaning of the word Sanskrit with its correct spelling and pronunciation being Samskrita and its general meaning being perfected, purified, accurate, etc. According to the wiki and etymology of the verbal adjective Samskrita, it is a compound word consisting of sam or samaha, where sam means together, union, and samaha means even, level, similar, identical, the same, together with, at the same time, one and the same, like, resembling, likeness, himself. And the word krita means made, formed, work, created. Samskrita connotes a work that has been well prepared, pure and perfect, polished, sacred, married, or union of two equals, and sacrifice in the Rig Veda. Samskrita has the same meaning as the word prakriti, prakrishta kriti, meaning excellent creation. Now the question is that the prakriti or Samskriti is similar or identical to what or whom? To know the answer with respect to Gita verses, please see episode 10, Bhagavan Creates Bhagavan in series 1. Verses on Samakrita Samskrita, together or union of the Bhagavan, Surya Netra, the sun, the wisdom, and the identically created in his likeness in the Gita is this, where Bhagavan mentions the one who imbibes my pure knowledge becomes in the likeness of my characteristics. Thus, the Purushottama Bhagavan in union with the equally created Purusha Rishabha, also called Purusha Vyaghra, the address of Arjuna that suggests his equivalence to Purushottama Bhagavan. And here is the verse from the ancient Abrahamic scripture, Tanakh. In the day that Elohim created man, in the likeness of Elohim, made he him. This 18th century image of Adam, the father of human world tree, is shown being guided by Elohim the Son to create him in his own image. This picture is elaborated with Tanakh verses along with many world pictorial evidences in series 3. And this picture is same as the picture of Rudra, the three-eyed, with Surya Netra, the bodily Adam, Rudra, the father of the universe, along with the crescent moon, who establishes Shamana, meaning peace in the world, thus called Shamakara, whose name alone is prefixed with Shiva. And this picture is also same as the Gita's charioteer and chariot leader, the Rathi Sarathi, along with the body conscious Hanuman. Please see series 3 for further elaboration. And in this Ishopanishad verse, that Purna, meaning that Supreme Soul who is ever full of wisdom, creates this one ever present on earth full of wisdom, thus addressed as Jnana Dhanam Jaya in the Gita. This verse that mentions the dual Purna souls ends with the three deities of Om said to establish Shanti in the world. The word Shanti formed of Shama, Tin, Shama meaning peace. In the bodily chariot of Shamakara, the peace establisher Arjuna, along with the Supreme Soul Suryanetra, the third human soul, is the one metaphorized with crescent moon, the Krishna Chandrama, the lord of hellish night in the Gita. He is called Soma in the Vedas. As said in the Gita verse 24 and 25 of chapter 8 and the Rigveda verse elaborated in next episode 16, the Krishna Chandrama or the Soma is brought under control by Agni, the Jnana Dhanam Jaya, thus ending the night of intellectually mortal hellish world and establishing the heavenly intellectually immortal world on our earth. Thus, the Shiva Shankara is aptly called the Somanatha. And this Rigveda verse mentions the one and only Agni being the Sada Vipra, meaning the truly and fully wise twice born Brahman, equally wise in the image of the Savitra, the Suryanetra, the sun, shown pictorially as the two-headed, symbolic of two equal intellects, Agni. The word Agni is from the root Ag, which means sun, fire or water jar, serpent. He is none other than the serpent king Vasuki coiled around the neck of Shiva Shankara, the lord of night of body consciousness, shown as the shut-eyed body conscious Brahma in this Indian temple carving, pointing towards the seven irreligious body conscious feminine souls or the seven sinful serpents of the clashing opinion chaotic Adholoka, the underworld. Thus, he is the serpent king Vasuki. The serpent king and the Krishna Chandrama being one and the same is proven in series 3. Coming back, the basis of any language are alphabets called Akshara in the Sanskrit language. This 1872 dictionary by Monier Williams mentions the meanings of the word Akshara as imperishable, unalterable, a sword, Shiva, Vishnu, a syllable, the syllable Om, a letter, a vowel, a sound, word, speech, Brahma, final beatitude, abiding merit, religious austerity, sacrifice, right, justice, the sky, water. Although Sanskrit words are formed based on dhatus, the roots, that are combination of alphabets, this 1872 dictionary clearly shows that in the Sanskrit language, the aksharas, meaning each and every vowel and consonant, is assigned with meanings. Now the question that arises here is what is the basis of their meanings and what is the comparative measure to call such meanings as perfected, purified and accurate. Understanding this aspect of the Sanskrit language is utmost important. With all these dual adjectives from the Gita, Tanakh, Vedas, and this japa from the Shri Guru Granth Sahib that are well color coded with our standard color codes clearly indicates that the living Samskrita is the Arjuna, Shamakara, Rudra, Adam, and the comparative measure of his identical wisdom is the Surya Netra Shiva, the Supreme Soul, Sun, the wisdom himself, being the guiding leader for this excellent creation, the Prakriti, transformed to Purusha in his likeness. This one samskarita, meaning one created in equivalence to the Supreme Soul by the Supreme Soul himself, alone can be said Samskrita. Please see the first 10 episodes of this series 1 to see the process of Samskrita proven with the Gita verses. Thus, these two equal intellects, dual fathers in the bodily chariot of Arjuna, Rudra, is depicted pictorially as the dual-headed Agni, shown seated on a ram, a symbol of being the pillar or the root of the human world tree, called Aha-il, the ram, the pilaster, the root of the tree, or the Hebrew, the Daniel, meaning the dual fathers in the ancient Jewish scripture Tanakh. This Shiva Shankara, the three-eyed Rudra, or the two-headed Agni, along with the serpent king, is praised as Omkarnath. This Omkarnath is mentioned as Ek Omkar, the first dual word in this japa. We shall look at the Sanskrit meaning of every alphabet in this first word, Ek Omkar. For example, when we see the Sanskrit meaning of the word japa in this 1872 book, a Sanskrit English dictionary by Monier Williams, is to utter in a low voice, undertone, to mutter, whisper, repeat internally, talk to oneself, to mutter prayers or incantations, whisper magical spells or chants. However, this is a metaphorical meaning that gives way to variety of interpretations. And when we look at its meaning at the level of separate consonants j and p, the dictionary mentions the meaning of the two letters as j from root jan, means born from, descended from, said to be peculiar to Annaja and Shakraja, father, progenitor, birth, production, and the other meanings being speed, swift, victorious, triumphant, conquering, eaten, light, poison, pishacha, meaning the vile or the bad soul. Name of Vishnu, also of Shiva. Elsewhere in this dictionary, Shakra is mentioned to be the name of Agni and Indra, the Indrajit, meaning the one who is triumphant in conquering his bodily indriyas, the sense organs, is none other than the Arjuna, the Parantapa, meaning the one who does the severe penance of sacrificing his bodily indriyas in the fire of knowledge. The word Anna means the sun and food in a mystical sense, or the lowest form in which the Supreme Soul is manifested, the coerced envelope of the Supreme Spirit. It also means water, Vishnu, earth. These meanings seem to be very unrelated, isn't it? We shall know their practical meanings by the end of this episode. The letter P from root Pa means drinking. Pa is compound of P plus A, where the vowel A is the name of Shiva, and the vowel A is said to be the name of Supreme Brahma, the Param Brahma, and Vishnu. At present, we may understand the meaning of japa to be triumphant by drinking. But how to relate the other meanings of the word japa, such as Anna, Shakra, light, poison, Pishacha, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, etc., is the question. Now, in the first paired adjective, Ek Omkar, the word Om is a representation of the three tasks of the three supreme deities, yet is prefixed with Ek, denoting singularity. And in this Gita verse, the Bhagavan Supreme Soul mentions that he himself is the seed of Om, the lone knower of the knowledge of the three tasks: creation, sustenance, destruction. And in the Gita, the Shri Bhagavan is praised as Gurur Gariyan, meaning the Supreme Guru, same as the Shri Guru. And similarly, in this Guru Gita verse, though the three devas of the three tasks of Om are praised as the three Gurus, yet the one saluted in singularity is the Shri Guru. In the religious scripture of Sikhs, the Shri Guru Granth Sahib too, the Shri Guru is praised. And in the Vedas, the only one conferred with the title of Bhagavan is the three-eyed Rudra with three souls in union in one bodily chariot called the Sadavipra Agni, meaning the top-knot Brahman, fully wise. Thus the one who drinks the entire nectar of knowledge, called Om, and conquers his bodily senses, including the most difficult, the organ of lust. Thus the only one whose phallus is worshipped for its purity is the Shiva Linga, meaning the Linga, the bodily chariot of Shiva, being the Arjuna, Adam, Rudra, the Shamakara, peace establisher, who becomes in the image of Suryanetra Purushottama Shiva, addressed as Purusha Rishabha in the Gita verse 15 of chapter 2, called Purusha Vyagra in the Gita verse 4 of chapter 18, which means tiger-like soul conscious Vishnu, the Narayana. Together, the two souls are called Surya Narayana. In all these nouns, Purushottama, Purusha Rishabha, Purusha Vyagra, the bodily city or the chariot called Pur in Sanskrit, and the consonant Sh are common. We shall see the meaning of the Sanskrit consonant Sh as per Sanskrit dictionary in a while. The one Shri Guru, who is the combined form of three divine souls in one bodily chariot, is pictorially represented in variety of ways, such as these. The three are well marked with our standard color codes. We request the viewers to see series 3 for many such ancient world pictures. When the three souls unify in the supreme opinion of the Supreme Soul, called Bhagavat Srimad, the knowledge of Om, together become the Shanti or peace establishers. Thus their adjectives with the letter Sh are Shiva, Shamakara, Shashi. The meaning of the letter Sh is a cutter, a destroyer, a weapon, name of Shiva, happiness. Sham means happiness, welfare, prosperity, blessing, beatitude, health, hail. The vowel E is the name of Kamadeva, called Agni in the Vedas, and the consonant V or Iva means like or as. The word Shashi, moon, from Shashati, means taught, instructed, ruled. Shashi is also called Chandra. The consonant Ch means seedless, bad, vile, mischievous, a thief, a tortoise, the moon, an epithet of Shiva. He is the one who has been controlled or taught, instructed, ruled by the Suryanetra in the bodily chariot of Shankara. Thus, Shiva Shankara is also called Somanatha, meaning the controller of Soma. Shashi, the Chandra, is called Soma in the Vedas. The consonant Sa of Soma also means snake, Shiva, Vishnu, along with the meanings of the word Sama of Sanskrit. We request the viewers to pause the video and go through all the meanings, coming to understand the Sanskrit meaning of the word Rudra from root Ru, which is a combined form of consonant Ra, meaning Agni, the fire, and the vowel U. The consonant Ra means fire, heat, warmth, burning, scorching, love, desire, speed, giving, going, motion, name of a meter, the measure. U also means to sound, to make noise, to roar, bellow, and U is the name of Shiva, also of Brahma. U in Om is for Vishnu. He is the perceiver of the self-manifested auspicious intellect, the Supreme Soul, thus the communicator of the fire, warmth, scorching heat of knowledge. Inside his bodily womb is the soul of crescent moon, the Brahma, and thus the Cha in the Uvacha is related to the crescent moon, the soul which is bad, vile, and mischievous. Please see series 3 for world evidences. Term Shri Bhagavan Uvacha of the Gita, where Shri is combination of Sh plus R plus E, the meanings we saw on the previous slide. The word Bhagavan is covered in series 1, episode 10. The sound Ma of Om is also related to the three in union, the one and only venerable, the Param Brahma Shri Guru. So by now, the viewers would have well understood that every alphabet, the akshara, in Sanskrita are the two equals in wisdom, the Krishna Chandrama, all three in union in one bodily chariot of Purusha Vyaghra. One of the names of Arjuna, which means Vishnu, is the singular Shri Guru, the Ek Omkara. As said in the Gita verse 23 of chapter 8, 7 of chapter 9, the ever incorporeal Supreme Soul comes to our corporeal world at the confluence or dawn of end of night, the Iron Age, and the beginning of the Golden Age to create the best of the bodily beings, the Dehabhritamvara, Arjuna, Rudra, Agni in his own image, the Samahakrita Samskrita, along with the soul of the moon, the Rakshasa, meaning the Lord of Night. Hence, the meaning of all the alphabets, aksharas in the Samskrita language are based on the adjectives of the three pure souls. Thus, the language is aptly named Samskrita. Moving ahead with the word Ek Omkar, let's see the meaning of the word Eka. The wall, A, is the name of Vishnu, inside whose bodily womb is present the soul of Brahma, the Krishna Chandrama, drinking the water of wisdom, thus shown connected to the navel. The same is pictorially represented in the picture of Virgin Sophia, the divine Ignis, same as Agni or the Lalita Mata, the Gayatri Mata, with the sun of wisdom, the Surya Netra. Ka is the letter that means the who, the inexplicable, the unknown, who has to explain about himself, as said in the Gita verse 15 of chapter 10. These Rigveda verses from the book 10, hymn 121, titled Ka, explain that unknown. We request the viewers to pause the video and grasp the one true meaning of the words marked with our standard color codes without depending on any of the available human interpretations. As said in the Gita verse 8 of 2 and 15 of 2, in his role being the head of all Purushas, meaning the soul-conscious human beings, called deities, is the Suranam Adhipati, Arjuna, the Vishnu. Thus, one can clearly see that there are three kinds of meanings of consonant sh in the noun Vishnu. The three-eyed, or the first union of three ancestors, is called the tribe in the Tanakh, Tribhu or Triek in Sanskrita, meaning the three manifested in one body called Elohim in the ancient Abrahamic scripture, the Jewish Tanakh. One may check the Tanakh verses in series 3. He himself has been called the Noah in all Abrahamic religions. The meaning of the word Noah is same as the Nu or Nu of Vishnu. Thus, one may now understand that every verse of all world religious scriptures praises the same Trinity, the Agni, the Sadavipra, the Adam along with Sun, the wisdom, and the crescent moon. Coming back to finally conclude the true meaning of the word Japa. As said in the Gita verse 14 of chapter 3, the soul, meaning the mind and intellect, drinking the water or nectar of the immortal knowledge, Raja Vidya, and eating the anna, the food of remembering the unipresent, incorporeal Supreme Soul, Supreme Father, in the bodily chariot of Universal Father Shamkara, called Raja Yoga, to become immortal in wisdom. The immortals are called deities, the gods and goddesses. Gita chapter 15 mentions about the cutting of the 7 branches, namely Islam, Buddhism, Christianity, Sannyasa, Muslim, Sikh, and Arya Samaj religion. Through the acceptance of one supreme auspicious opinion called Srimat, sermonized by the union of Shiva Shankara Shashi, where the meaning of the consonant sh meant a cutter, destroyer, a weapon. In the human family tree, the lord of hellish night, the crescent moon's 7 stars, also called the 7 divided irreligious or unrighteous branches, metaphorically called the forest of animal-like clashing opinion people, the Khandava are cut using the weapon of detachment, none other than the conqueror of bodily senses, pictorially represented by the axe, Gandiva, arrow of Mercurius, sword of wisdom, etc., thus establishing the Gandhi, meaning the trunk of the one righteous golden age deity religion, the heaven. Thus, the one in the image of Shiva, the Shankara, along with Shashi, is praised with different names: Agni, Ahil, Elohim, Kundalini Mata, the Shri Mata, Rudra, Adam, Purusha Vyaghra, Vishnu, the Satya or the Surya Narayana. All the names are praised as the woodcutter. The word woodcutter is one of the meanings of the Hebrew word for creation in Tanakh. Please see Series 3 for world pictorial evidences supported by the verses from the Gita, Vedas, Tanakh. Thus, the three-eyed Rudra is said to have ended the iron-aged dark world, beginning the golden age, meaningfully praised as the Kalatita Kalpantakari, the one and only conferred with the title of Bhagavan in the Vedas, the Samskrita, in the image of Shiva, the incorporeal Bhagavan. This conclusion is supported by the Gita verse 24 and 25 of chapter 8. Supreme Sun in the Gita is not the Krishna Chandra, the Lord of hellish night, the mortal by wisdom world, but the Surya Narayana, Agni, Ekomkar, the Lord of the heavenly day of immortal wisdom. Moving on to the other dual adjectives in this jap. Since the jap has words with Sanskrit origin, we took the opportunity of covering the important aspect of Sanskrit too, instead of creating another episode. Although the rest of the words also may be explained using Sanskrit aksharas, but that will make the episode too long. Hence, we shall now just look at the definition of the rest of the words, simply supporting them with the Gita verses. However, the detailed explanation in accordance with the Gita verses is elaborated in the first 10 episodes of this series 1, and the world pictorial and scriptural evidences are presented in the series 3. Now let us look at the meaning of each word of this jap. Ik Omkar, the one and only one who has the knowledge of the 3 tasks. Auma is Omkarnath, the one with the ocean of knowledge, Shiva. He alone is the son of knowledge as mentioned in these Gita verses and creates Adam, Arjuna in his own image. Satnam means one whose name is Sat, meaning truth. Ek Omkar alone can be called true, thus addressed as Satyam Shivam Sundaram. As said in the Gita 16 and 17 of chapter 2, Shankar Arjuna Adam is Sat on this earth because he is the one who imbibes 100% of Shiva's knowledge, thus becoming in the image of Shiva. Purak. This is a Sanskrit word Purush, which in Sanskrit means Purishete iti Purushaha, meaning one who is resting in the body, that is soul. Karta Purak. Shiva is ever unborn, hence Purush, addressed as Purushottama in the Gita. And Shankar, Adam, became in his likeness, hence addressed as Purusha Rishabha, meaning the best of the souls, comparing with others, as addressed in the Gita 15 of 2. Next word, Akal. Verse number 16 and 17 of 2, the one and the only one, Shankar Adam, Arjuna, is called Satya, meaning true, because he is ever present on this earth throughout the world cycle time. He cannot be destroyed by neither any person nor by time. He himself is time. He is the first man with whom the heaven begins. Murat, the Sanskrit word Murat means idol, body, corporeal form. The dictionary meanings are given on the screen. Therefore, that Supreme Soul, ever unborn Shiva, self-manifests in the best of the bodily beings, Arjuna, who is addressed as Dehabhritamvara in Gita verse 4 of 8. The self-manifested Shiva is the chief of the sacrificial fire of knowledge, the Adhyagya. They are the dual souls in one body, as in Gita 4 of 8 and 33 of 10. They are the Rathi, Sarathi, Trinetri or the Ardhanarishwar, as was proven in episode 7 to 10 of series 1. Another word, Ajuni. Ajuni is the Sanskrit word Ayoni or Aja, meaning one who is unborn through the womb, as in these Gita verses. Saibha is the Sanskrit word Swayambhu, one who takes divine birth through self-manifestation. The process of Swayambhu is explained in series 1. In the path of devotion, Shankar Mahadev is called Har Har Shambhu Kashi Vishwanath Gange. Shambhu is the corrupted version of Swayambhu. Guru Prasad, the one and only one knower, Ek Omkar, son of knowledge Shiva, is the Shri Guru when he self-manifests in the body of the Akala Murat Shankar and thus creates him as Jagat Guru, who enlightens all as the doer, the giver of knowledge, that is Prasad. Ek Omkar Satyam Shivam Sundaram, the true, auspicious and pure, is the one who is free from any fear, the Nirbhava, without any enemy, the Nirvair, because he is the Nirakari, Nirvikari, Nirahankari, Shri Guru, who transforms his bodily chariot. The bodily chariot in Sanskrit is also called Linga, and thus making his bodily chariot in his own image. Thus, the perfected Adam is worshipped in the entire world as Shiva Linga. One true Nanak. The word Nanak is comprised of two words, Na meaning not, Anak means many, one who is not like the many, or the only one significant among all humans. The most intelligent is the Shiva Shankar, the perfected Adam, in the image of self-manifested Param Brahma Shri Guru. The Gita, the Bible, the Quran, and the Vedas and Manusmriti all mention about the story of Adam, Arjuna, the Akal Murat, and his task of creation, sustenance, and destruction at the end of the Iron Age, just before the Golden Age begins. We present a few English translated verses from the Guru Granth Sahib that prove the same. We request the viewers to read them for better understanding, along with attention on the color coding. Certain comments and the relevant Gita verses are mentioned in the boxes beside the verses. We request the viewers to watch the 3 series and the episodes within the series in the numbered sequence. We have used questioning technique where each and every point is questioned, answered in the most practical manner, supported by religious scriptural references and other authentic evidences, and thus are arranged in logically meaningful flow.